So UFC 248 goes down this weekend. As you can see, I'm clearly driving to work. This isn't going to be a detailed preview stroke breakdown. This is just going to be a freestyle straight from the top of my dome. This is just my thoughts, my perceptions of the fighters in the two main event fights on this card. So you got Weili Zhang defending her strawweight title against Jedrzejczyk, and then you got Israel Adesanya defending his middleweight title against Yoel Son of God Romero. So let's look at the main event first. So Israel against Yoel. So there's a lot of talk about Israel fighting Yoel coming off a loss. Does he deserve it, etc, etc? In my opinion, yes, because Yoel has proven that he's an elite middleweight. He's proven that he is top 3, top 5. And if you look at that middleweight division, who else really has stake to claim? Who else has stamped the authority as a challenger and said, right, I deserve this title shot? There isn't really anyone there. So for him taking on Yoel Romero, I commend him for that. I think it's a brave move. He's sought out the biggest dog in the yard, and he wants to fight him. There's been a lot of talk about Yoel Romero and how he's got the skills that could potentially cause a lot of issues for Israel Adesanya, being that he is an elite wrestler. He's an Olympian, and we all know Israel is a guy that likes to fight standing up, and he relies heavily on his kickboxing skills. In fact, the same way Yoel is an elite wrestler, Israel Adesanya is an elite kickboxer. So this is almost like a bit of an old school kind of throwback fight where you got two guys that have one skill that they excel at. But the difference here is Yoel Romero doesn't really rely on his wrestling. If you watch his kind of his fights over the last kind of couple of years, he's a guy that likes to stand. He's a guy that likes to strike. And one thing that I've noticed about Yoel Romero is the times he has attempted a takedown, he's been shooting from outer range. He hasn't been setting up his takedown with strikes, with feints, things like that, coming in close and in a striking exchange and then dropping for a takedown. You don't really see him do that. And that's an issue for him, I believe, because if he wants to rely on his wrestling to beat Israel Adesanya, then it's not going to work by him just shooting from outer range. Why? Because I think Israel Adesanya has got amazing balance. He's deceptively strong. He looks so thin and lean, so he looks like he's not like the strongest middleweight out there, but he knows how to distribute his weight. He's got amazing balance, like I've just said. So you often see people trying to take him down, and he maintains his balance, even if it means him hopping backwards on one leg. He still stands on his feet. He's able to manipulate his opponent's body position so that he's able to get an underhook and kind of maintains the position of being on his feet. Now with this fight, you saw Robert Whittaker try to use a style where he kind of what's the right word, rushes in with a flurry of strikes and then rushes out again, and that was his game plan, and obviously it didn't work to no effect really, because Israel had him from after the 3rd minute of the first round. Israel just took over that fight and finished him, I think, in the 2nd round. Now, I think Whittaker tried to deploy that style after watching the Gastelum fight. If Yoel Romero was to deploy that style, I feel like Romero, even though he's old, however old he is, he's got the speed, he's got the fast twitch muscles to perhaps cause Israel Adesanya some trouble in that regard. Again, the problem for Yoel Romero with this tactic is Israel is amazing at managing distance, and he is so accurate with his strikes. So if Yoel Romero wants to kind of dart in and out, get into range, pop off a couple of shots and then get back out again, he's got to be careful on his way in, because Israel will start timing Yoel Romero and start popping off with some shots. I don't know if look, we know Israel Adesanya's got the power to knock out any middleweight, but Yoel Romero is a different sort of animal, and I don't know if Israel Adesanya's got the power to beat Yoel Romero. I can't see Yoel Romero taking Israel Adesanya down very often. It might happen, but I don't think it will happen a lot in the fight. So in terms of a prediction, I see Israel Adesanya winning this fight via points decision. However, be wary of the fact that Yoel Romero can fight with reckless abandon. So he's got balls of steel. So like, if he does come in, if he does dart in and throw a flurry of shots, don't be surprised if he catches Israel Adesanya. And if he does, and he hurts Israel Adesanya, then there's an opportunity for us to have a new middleweight champion, because Yoel Romero is a strong finisher. But anyway, by way of my prediction, I think Israel will take this on points. And then the other fight, Weili Zhang against Jedrzejczyk. Here's a side little story. I was managing a project last week, and it was in Taiwan, but the project manager on that side was Chinese, and she kept like calling people by their surnames on emails and on calls and that. And I was thinking, what's wrong with her? Like, clearly my name is this. Why are you using my surname? And then having read Weili Zhang, and it's actually Zhang Weili, the way it's written, but you say Weili Zhang, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. But anyway, Weili Zhang, I just think this is the wrong fight for Joanna. Joanna is a very high level striker, but I think the one thing that she'll struggle with is Weili Zhang's explosiveness. I was shocked at the way Weili Zhang beat Jessica Andrade. I was honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I had seen a couple of fights of Weili Zhang before she challenged for the title, and the way she just disposed of Jessica Andrade, I was in awe of her skills. Joanna, the thing with Joanna is, I feel like she's a little bit I don't know, I don't want to use the word delusional, but she's very self-confident. I've said this in the past, that it's very important for fighters to be self-confident, but it's also very important for fighters to understand what their flaws are so they can improve on them. I haven't seen anything in Joanna Jedrzejczyk since she lost her title to Rose and then lost again to Rose, to say that she's addressed the issues that she had against Rose, and I haven't seen anything in her to say that she has the ability to beat Weili Zhang now. The only thing that I will say is she's got the experience. She's got a lot more experience than Weili Zhang, and she's had experience fighting in 5-round fights. Weili Zhang hasn't. Weili Zhang is an explosive fighter, and I don't know whether that will carry through to the 4th and 5th round if Joanna survives that long. Having said that, Joanna has shown in the past, when she gets to the 4th and 5th round, she starts to run out of steam herself. So it may just negate itself, if that makes sense. Her experience of being in the 4th and 5th round may not count for much, because she might be blowing at that point herself. I just think Weili Zhang has too many advantages in the speed and power areas of this fight, and I see Weili Zhang getting the finish. If it's not early, I'd say within the first 3 rounds I can see Weili Zhang winning this fight by a stoppage. Having said that, I keep saying Jessica Andrade, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, she is a wily old vet, and if she's able to avoid getting hit by Weili Zhang, and she's able to start timing Weili Zhang's movements, she may be able to make it a difficult night for Weili Zhang. But I'm not going to put my money on it. I'm going to bet on the 2 champions retaining their titles, and I'm going to bet on it being a good night of fights. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below. Don't be scared to hit the like button. Share this with a friend if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'll catch you guys next time.